Oh, hi there. So at the end of my previous Legends Arceus stream, I mentioned that one of my goals is going to be to complete a perfect Pokedex. So that's not just every single Pokemon being at least research level 10, that's every Pokemon having all of the research tasks associated with them 100% complete. I also realized that it would probably get incredibly boring and incredibly tedious just to watch that uh, on live stream for week after week after week after week. And so I mentioned the possibility of doing something like this where, I record it on an off night. So I'm not streaming tonight. It is a Wednesday. And I know that this world has spontaneous things that happen, like random spawn alphas and, mass outbreaks and things like that. So, I know that there are a lot of people who just enjoy watching me kind of wander around and bumble into things. Again, I'm going to be recording this footage. It's mostly going to be research for the sake of research, so you have been warned. But, again, I do want to at least have this footage somewhere. Still haven't quite decided what to do with it yet. But, it's something to do. It's something to, have just on hand and allows me to go towards my goal of the 100% complete Pokedex without going overly tedious and doing just research for the sake of research during my live streams, which, again, I realize probably would get boring. So, what am I planning on doing today? Quilava still needs a lot of tasks, and I know, because I need to catch multiple Quilava, I won't be able to finish Quilava off today, but it's still something, to try to do, get it to use the agile moves, the strong moves, Flame Wheel, Ember, Quick Attack, all of that stuff. Number you've evolved. I don't know how it's 1 already, but okay, I'll take it. Then there's also Pokemon like Zubat, where most of what I need to do is catch more in the daylight hours, catch more in general, and see it use Gust. And of course, evolve one. Pokemon like Luxio, Geodude, Staravia, Kricketot. Right, so just Pokemon you've all seen me interact with more. Even Drifloon over here, where most of what I need to do at this point is catch a few more. Uh, and mostly defeat them with ghost moves and see them use hypnosis. Just little things like that. So, we'll see what we can do. And again, the end goal would be to have every single Pokemon with the little perfect entry like Bedoof, Shinx, and Starly have. We'll see how long it goes before I crack. I suppose also as a result of this, certainly don't be surprised if my team's, if my team's levels are not consistent from episode to episode of the live stream, and certainly if my items aren't consistent. And I mean, the other thing not to be surprised about would be if, if I end up having different Pokemon, or having different having different Pokemon in my boxes, simply because, I put some of them away, or I have them released because I don't need them anymore. So here's Porygon. We're not gonna, Pokemon that I've only seen like one of, or that are very low on the research scale, I'm not gonna, research those. But, Pokemon that I've interacted with quite a bit certainly could stand to be researched some more. So we'll put this Drifloon in the party. This was Alpha Drifloon. And I really should organize my boxes a wee bit more. Just making sure to keep Pokemon that are actually important in relatively easily accessible locations. Now, I'm going off of memory here, so please forgive me if I am wrong, but I believe there was a nickname for Drifloon, the Alpha Drifloon. Alphaloon, if memory serves. An Alphaloon here is going to help me do some more research on Drifloon. So I'll be staying mostly in the Obsidian Fieldlands this time. And, you know, again, this is because it's... And in those territories that I am most familiar with, so I won't be going, or I won't be trying to go in territories that I have not seen before, or territories that I have not explored well before. So, you know, no going into Alphys Snorlax territory for me. But, because I have Ominous Wind, well, okay, it is foggy out, but because I have Ominous Wind, I can KO these things, and Astonish for that matter. I can actually defeat these things and defeat them with Ghost-type moves, which is, in fact, research that I must complete. I do intend to at least try to stick mostly to lower-level Pokemon so that I don't, like, completely and utterly skew my team, but you know how it goes. We'll try an Astonish. I know it's not a particularly powerful attack, but... And I think Hypnosis was the move that I needed to have it, or to see it use. Let's see, more Drifloon hanging out over here. And it's not daytime, so I don't think it's worth catching any of them at this point. I mean, I do have to catch like 40 some odd of them, so... you know. Alright, Strong Style managed to defeat it. Oh, let me also... One thing that became abundantly... Well, I wouldn't say abundantly clear after the... I think it's just abundantly as a result of that time-space distortion I went in last time. I am fairly short on supplies right now. So, you know, collecting things like berries, collecting things like, you know, crafting supplies. It's certainly not a bad idea for me to do. Oh, actually, I'm supposed to catch these things at night, aren't I? Where did it go? Here it went. Well, you know what? I'll just focus on beating them up for now, because that's always my way. Did that hurt me? Like, I don't necessarily... Oh, hey, it's daytime. Just levitate right into the tree. That's the way. Oh, there's still a Drifloon over there that I can beat. Except that I lobbed the Pokemon too far. Or the Pokeball too far. There's Weasel hanging out over there. Weasel is, I suppose, another Pokemon that I could, yes, hello Bedoof. I have already completed your Pokedex entry to the best of my capabilities. What do I need to do for Weasel? Alright, need to oh god, I need to catch a ton more, and I need to catch a lot more species. I need to beat him with electric moves, defeat more. There's plenty to do with this thing. And that includes hitting it upside the head with Alpha Drifloon. I think Astonish will be fine. Let's go Agile style just in case. Buggity boo. And fight Agile style, which I don't think actually makes a difference. Oh, hey. Huh. Wait, I can do strong style hypnosis? Or agile style hypnosis? That's bizarre. But I don't want to do that. I just want to use regular hypnosis. Okay. Regular old Astonish. Well, okay, did not actually mean to defeat that, but fine. And we are back here in the Horseshoe Plains. Don't worry, I already have an Alpha Rapidash. I don't need another one. Well, okay, technically, yes, I do for Dex research, but Yandere-chan will get very jealous, so I need to be careful of how I handle that. Come on. Alright. Fight. Agile style. Oh, sorry. Agile style. For Astonish, let's not KO this thing. Quick attack. Of course. Hypnosis. Go to sleep, Weasel. Well, okay, not actually going to sleep, because that's apparently not a thing that happens here. Anyway, I can't promise that I'll be particularly efficient with how I go about conducting research. But let's be fair. Since when am I efficient about how I do, like, anything in this game? Which is entirely my fault, and I will certainly take the blame for that. Bedoof and Starly are not Pokemon that I need. Wurmple here, on the other hand, is... So what research tasks do I need to perform for Wurmple? Catching more. I only need to catch 3 more of both species in general and the light species, but there's no way that I can tell if it's a light species or not without proper investigation. Well, and by proper investigation, I mean, like, I don't even know. Like, allegedly there are sprite differences, but I have literally not been able to see that, so... That was almost efficient of me. And, you know, do by the way note that I am also... Oh, did not actually mean to attack this Starly, but I suppose while I'm here I might as well Hypnosis. Just as a fun fact, with this particular moveset, I can't actually do anything to this Starly except for Hypnosis. But that was at least a slightly more efficient use of that battle than it would have been if I hadn't done anything. Let's grab some medicinal leeks because they're here. Let's grab some of that because it's here. And Alpha Rapidash is back there, so not going to deal with that. Not even with my own Alpha Rapidash. Or, more accurately, probably because I have my own Alpha Rapidash already. That's as close as I'm going to get. Won't be dealing with Ponyta here unless a shiny shows up. And I mean like an actual legitimate shiny, not like the one that this one gave me for free. Yes, hello, Bedoof. Oh, that music just started. What is... Okay, no, there was something... Oh, was that a demon? That was a demon. And the damn thing was focusing me at Bedoof instead. Well, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Though Alpha Demon would be kind of hilarious. There's a Wurmple over here. There's a Mime Jr. over there. I have found out that mimes are violent. Oops, did not mean to hit Z. See, the other thing that I'm hoping that playing this game maybe a wee bit more regularly will do is keep me familiar with the game, or at least more familiar with the game controls. I feel like it's stopped being amusing having me, like, be unfamiliar with the game controls. To the extent that I am. Alright, let's battle a Mime Jr. I did catch one of these off... Well, I wouldn't say off-screen, by the way. I caught one of those... So not during yesterday's stream, but during the stream 2 weeks beforehand. When I was, well, it was at a point in time when my internet went down. And the stream, I did end up losing some, you know, I ended up losing some content there, like about 5 minutes or so worth of content, just because good, Weasel avoided the attack. Just because, you know, again, the stream went down and, you know, my internet was out and, you know, unfortunately this bleep happens. And it happens way too regularly for me, and it annoys me, but there's unfortunately nothing I can feasibly do. I suppose the good news about this, whatever the hell I end up doing with this footage, is that at least I won't have internet problems recording it. Now, there should be another one of these things. It's over here. But it's not paying me the slightest bit of attention, which is to my benefit. Yeah, I see that you're trying to get me to focus on that thing. I am trying to focus on that thing. There we go. For frick's sake, man. Alright. I don't think I've caught any large specimens yet. That would be the other side of the river, I believe. I will be ignoring those, however. I have zero compulsion to go... I mean, I'll check my map. Where the heck is it? Oh, it's by the... Well, it's somewhere between Deer Track Park and the Windswept Run. I have no compulsion to deal with those. Nada. I mean, don't get me wrong, I will certainly, you know, handle those if they appear on stream, but for what I'm doing here, right, they're kind of just a distraction. Plus, they involve more exploring and more wandering around than I would deem to be acceptable for what's just a basic research themed premise. There's a Vivich. Where the heck am I? Oh. There's a Vivichoke over here. Warren Bridge. Okay, then. I don't think I've technically ever been in that area before. Yeah, no, I have not. And I shall not go explore it further because, again, just plain old basic research here. Shinies, fine. Alphas, fine. Mass outbreaks, sure. Still need to catch 3 more light specimens. Still have not caught any heavy or large specimens for that. But I do need to defeat plenty more. Still, this one seems fairly friendly. Maybe it's light. I, again, have no way of telling if... Oh, hey! Number of light specimens that I've caught. So I do need to catch, I believe, 2 more light specimens. And oh no, it's getting dark again. Whatever shall I do? There's a Vivichoke over there. But why do I feel like there's also something somewhat nasty by that Vivichoke? I don't know, because I'm actually pretty far from Alpha Rapidash. Might just be self-preservation. Hello, Bedoof. You're friendly. You're not shiny, but you're friendly. Oh, never mind. That would in fact be Alpha Rapidash. Sorry, it's difficult to tell the color on these things sometimes when it's different times of the day. So I may stop and think that something is shiny just because the coloration is off due to the time of day. Oh. Well. Oh good, a space-time distortion has appeared, and I do see that. I just really do not... What have we... Oh, it's Bedoof. I just really do not care. That looks fun. And here we go, more Drifloon to KO with Ghost-type moves. Strong style, Astonish. I do need to catch more of these things, too. I really do, so... It's not just a matter of catching them. Oh, Wurmple. I'll defeat these guys, because I can. And I need to. But not before I use Hypnosis. Ah, good. Poison Sting. Well, not good. Alpha Loon is poisoned, but this should KO that. Poison Sting, though, is a move that I need to see Wurmple use. So, that is a good thing. And then, you know, the poison's not going to stick around after the battle. So, we're good here. Yeah, okay, they'll sometimes chicken out. But... bonk. How can I hit that with a Ghost Pokeball? Strong style Ominous Wind. This one is slightly more dangerous at level 4. Let me see how many more of those I need to... Well... Ah! Okay, so I still need to defeat 3 more with Ghost-type moves. I still need to defeat a lot more than that. I still need to catch... several. So, since I have this one at my mercy... Oop! Well, I thought I had that one at my mercy. turns out I did in fact have that one at my mercy. That one too, probably. Oh, this is a terrible view. Cease. And stand the hell up, you look like a dork. Plenty of Bedoof hanging around. That's a demon over there. There's a demon over there. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a demon. Yep. That is definitely a demon. Not you. This is probably going to end up attracting the Bedoof, but... Oops. How do I switch? I want to focus on the damn Eevee. Shapow. I don't need you. Yes, I caught another demon. And I caught it without being spotted. Which I suppose I have to do for most Eevees because they don't take too kindly to being spotted. Oh no, the distortion has faded. How unfortunate. Come on, where more Drifloon at? There's another Drifloon. Have at thee. I said have at thee. Boo. Alright, there goes Drifloon. Bugwort. So 8 out of 10 defeated with ghost-type moves. There's the bridge. Which means more well, okay, everything in this game means more Bedoof. However, more Drifloon. I see you. Peekaboo. Wait. Strong style Astonish will be fine. Good old Alpha Loon. I love using Alpha Pokemon. I really do. I get a kick out of it. And, you know, despite what our Mr. Snowy might say, it's not cheating. Alright, this should be the last one that I need to defeat with Ghost-type moves. I feel like when the screen goes red, I'm injured by the attack. I'm supposed to defeat more of those, so... Have at you, sir! Or ma'am. Or whichever. Yeah, I feel like it actually is hurting me when that screen goes red. Because I know that I can be injured by my Pokemon's attacks. Where did everyone go? Oh, hello. Research tasks. And by the way, I won't actually be reporting these until such time. Yeah, okay, so I don't need to defeat more with Ghost-type moves. I just need to defeat 14 more. And catch 3 more at night, and 7 more in general. And then just watch it spam Hypnosis over and over and over again and evolve one. But I won't be repeating these, or not repeating, reporting these immediately. I will be reporting these on stream. And by reporting these, I mean to Laventon. So, you know, while I may technically end up with... That should catch you unaware, yes. That means that I get first move. I hate that... well, okay, Hypnosis is, of course, an inaccurate move. But the fact that you need to see it use that move like 40 frickin' times is just... And I assume, like, actually connect 40 times, not just use the move. I mean, again, the fact of the matter is that I can technically, you know, use it on the same Pokemon in the same battle repeatedly just because of how it works, you know, in this game. But that doesn't exactly make for extremely fun. I guess the research itself is not meant to be fun. Attack. Alright. Hypnosis. And it ran away, but at least I got to use Hypnosis. There is a Weasel. I again at least sort of forget what tasks I need to perform with Weasel. I do remember that I need to catch more. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I need to catch a lot more. I need to defeat a lot more. Specifically with electric-type moves. Well, okay, not specifically with electric-type moves, but... Oops. Well, that's Tournet. Do I have a... Oh, of course, I've got Improv Weapon. What am I talking about? What is that Weasel doing? Kinda looks like it's shaking its butt. Well, once again, I am incapable of being stealthy. On the other hand, I think you have deigned to be a pain in my butt enough that it's time to attack you with an improv weapon. I do have to defeat you with electric-type moves. See? See? That's a legit research task. Is there another one hanging around? It wouldn't entirely surprise me. Yeah, there's actually a couple of them hanging around. Hello. You can prepare to be attacked by this improv weapon. And there's another one of you hanging around here. You can't tell me there wasn't. Yep. It's defeating time. I don't know why it's so important for me to defeat you, but that's fine by me. There we go. 5 out of 6. And... oh, I actually am a ways away from Alpha Rapidash, which is over here. I always get turned around at this darn river. Bedoof are very friendly, unless they are Alpha Bedoof. But then again, the same is true for other Pokemon as well. I keep hoping to find more Alpha Bedoof, but I feel like 2 in the same stream was just an amazing coincidence. And I should be grateful. Okay, I need to beat more of you. I do also need to catch more light specimens. But I do need to beat more of you. And I do need to see Menacin to use Ember. How many? Is it just 12 that I need to defeat? There was another Wurmple here. Okay, on the one hand, I hate when Pokemon respawn. No, I do need to defeat a total of 25. So there's still plenty more that I need to beat. By the way, evolutions, just in the offhand, you know, evolutions aside from research, but like evolution of main team members, I won't be doing during these recordings. It's just, you know, that's something that should be during the main stream itself. So, on the offhand chance Menace Cindy gets the opportunity to evolve during this recording, no, she absolutely will not evolve during this recording. She will evolve first thing during the next stream. Medicinal leak over here. Plenty of Starly, but there's a Weasel. And should I fail to be stealthy enough against the Weasel, I do at the very least have Improv Weapon. See, the problem with trying to be stealthy against the Weasel is there's generally... well... there's generally no cover around where they are. So that takes you out. Alphaloon, get some Tumblestone. Alphaloon not feeling so good because it's the middle of the day. Where is... I feel like I'm... yeah, so I feel like that's the bridge right around here, yes. Which means there are Shinx hanging around. Alphaloon, go get some... well, okay. And hit you upside the head. Stand behind Alphaloon. Because again, I'm pretty sure this thing was damaging me. Hypnosis. And just spam Hypnosis on this thing. Because, you know, I don't need to do anything with it. It's just... and I'm pretty sure... I'm pretty sure Quick Attack is the only thing that this thing has at that low of a level, so... I'm very surprised that Hypnosis is hitting as often as it had been. Alright, last Hypnosis. So I can't spam that anymore. So just take this thing out, Strong Style Astonish. Alright, excellent, excellent. Go get Apricorn. Oh. Why did I have regular Pokeballs selected? That makes no sense. Kricketot are over there, but I don't feel like dealing with Kricketot at the moment. In fact, I'll tell you what I feel like doing is actually going back to base camp. Yes, hello? Oh, the Starly were going away. And so are the Bedoof. Well, no, the Bedoof never go anywhere. Like I said, not going to report anything to Laventon. But I do need to rest. And let me check my decks. Alright. Yeah, so I need to defeat 13 more. I need to see it use Poison Sting 20 more times, evolve 2 more, catch 2 more light specimens. Need to defeat 4 more with electric moves. Need to defeat, good God, 18 more in general. And just plenty to do with that one. See, these Bedoof look almost yellow in this light. Is that a... Okay, that's a Bedoof. That's a Bedoof. They're all Bedoof. Everyone's a Bedoof. You're a Bedoof. No, wait. You're a Starly. Don't worry, little Starly. I'm not here for you. Just Shinx hanging around. And spotting me. But that's just a temporary setback. That's another Shinx. Thought I saw... Yes, I did. Kabam. Just keep on using Hypnosis. And it used Poison Sting, which again, I want to see it do that. I need to see it do that. I honestly don't know how long I'll go with these. I don't. Almost certainly not as long as, like, an actual stream that I am doing. Just keep on spamming that Hypno... Like, even if I don't defeat the Wurmple because it ultimately runs away. Which I don't know if it does or if it doesn't eventually do, but... Like, this Wurmple does not seem to want to fight me, which is unfortunate because Poison Sting is in fact something that I would like to see it use, but... Just pour on the hypnosis because I need to see it an unreasonable amount of time. And you can see, by the way, why I wouldn't want to do this sort of thing just on stream. There we go. Alright. Let's wrap this up. Because I don't want to get taken out by poison with Alpha Loon. Yeah, see, 9 others, probably because I got to use Hypnosis so many times. Ah. Hold on. For Drifloon, I still need to catch more, and I believe I still need to defeat more, but not specifically with Ghost-type moves. Where did it go? I don't like that it disappeared like that. Aha. Yeah, okay. Still need to defeat 14 more. Have defeated plenty with Ghost-type moves, so don't need it to do that anymore. Seen it 27 times with Hypnosis. Oh my, I think it's about that time. But let's catch this little stinker, shall we? Well, fine. I did need to defeat more, did I not? I mean, I don't specifically need to defeat it with Ghost-type moves anymore, but... I do need to defeat more. So defeat more I shall. Oh, I wonder if that's a light specimen. I hope so. No. Doesn't seem like it. There is no way of telling. None. Wurmple, am I supposed to defeat you with specific type moves? No, just defeat. Okay. Alright, there's another one of these ghosts hanging around here. Well, so much for that. Fine. So be it. So be it. Well, I can catch this thing. And hey, it used confusion, which is in fact a research task for that. Good. That is another Drifloon caught. Now, Alpha Snorlax is down this away. And I don't particularly have a reason to go over there at this time. So far, this has been fairly boring. And by that, I mean no random alphas showing up, no random... Well, okay, I suppose in order for there to be a mass outbreak, I would have to actually go to and from different locations. Which I am not exceptionally keen on doing. Back attack. Oh, well, it turned to face me as I was trying to back attack it. Alas. I don't know why I have to defeat so many of these things. Well, that one just disappeared. Where are my Drifloon at? I'm not... Well, my Drifloon are not hanging around here. Hi! You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just hypnosis you for a while. Keep on hypnosising. I feel like that has hit quite a bit recently, although 3 in a row missing is just obnoxious. There we go. More hypnosis. I don't think this thing has even tried to attack. It's just kind of been looking around. Oh, there we go. But yeah, no, at that low of a level, I'm pretty sure the only thing it knows is quick attack, and that makes it useful for grinding off it, especially since I'm pretty sure that aggressive Pokemon don't run away. And when I'm done with it, I can always just go boo. And it's gone. Anyway, back at the bridge, which means that I can just kind of go this away. My Bedoof buddies. And I can heal up. Just a little while. And you'll never guess what I'm doing because Snowy's gone live with his stream. Hello, Snowy.
Hello.
So yes, I'm on your stream, but I'm not actually paying attention to what you're doing. I am doing research.
Right.
Well, it's true. Oh, I just hit that wall very ignominiously.
And this Pokemon has Levitate, doesn't it?
Which one?
Ghastly.
Yes, it does. You can still ask me for tips and advice and things like that. I'm just not actually watching your game. Oh, apricorn tree.
Amolga asked if you're shiny hunting Cubone.
I am not shiny hunting Cubone. I am performing research tasks in Legends Arceus. Not making a ton of progress, I don't think, but am having fun using Alpha Drifloon.
Also, hi KR Black.
Hello, KR Black. I could have the Twitch feed up, but that would just confuse me. So,
Uber.
what did you do?
Oh, just got reminded that I haven't updated the Twitch stream title.
I reminded you
I
to do
got
that.
distracted.
I specifically reminded you to do that.
Not my fault.
It is entirely your fault. I specifically made sure you were given editor power so that I didn't have to do this anymore.
Hang on. How do I access the dashboard again?
You do so through your own channel settings, and yes, your own channel settings, and you go to the dashboard. I mean, I don't know if there's a way to do it through OBS, but
There is, but you have to log directly into Twitch. You can't do it through a stream key.
oh, well then, I can't. Like, I don't remember how to do that off the top of my head, and I'm too busy torturing a Shinx to go look that up on my own right now. And by torturing a Shinx, I mean it's literally its only move is Quick Attack. So I'm just bombarding it with Hypnosis over and over and over again from Alpha Drifloon. Because it can't do anything in retaliation, and I need to have this thing use Hypnosis like 40 times. And that's 4-0.
Okay, the stream title's been updated. Thanks, Kyle Black.
I should have reminded you this evening. I thought for sure when you mentioned like an hour ago that you were going to be going live that you would have remembered.
I forgot. I completely forgot.
You get a super F for that.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, good news is, you're keeping me company and I'm keeping you company. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this footage, by the way. Like, I am recording this, so, you know, people get to see, or can potentially see, all of the nonsense and shenanigans that I get into when I'm trying this. But I don't know if I'm actually going to use this or put it on YouTube or what have you, because it's mostly going to be boring. Alright.
Well, as I said before, any footage you want to donate to the cause...
Donate what to the cause?
Any footage you want to donate to help with video production and other parts of multimedia.
Oh yeah. I might. Anyway, I think Alpha Drifloon has done its part. I do need to see it use Confusion more, which Alpha Drifloon does not have Confusion. Oh.
Because as you can imagine, research tasks would make great background footage for other types of videos.
Oh yeah, but I may just put this, like, directly on YouTube as is. But, again, it's nothing that I've officially decided on as of this point. Here we go, confusion.
You may need to refresh the page, KR Black, because I did update that, so
Okay.
I actually haven't a clue what to use against Goldeen.
You mean you're facing a Goldeen or you're trying to catch a Goldeen?
Facing one.
Oh. Uh, got a water grass type like Ludicolo?
No. I don't have a water electric either. Oops.
There are water electric types in that game, so you'll just have to find them.
If we could get away with that copyright wise KR Black, we would.
Get away with what, copyright-wise?
KR Black said, I say you make a catch montage with the Benny Hill song, me.
Oh, probably not. And I'm not.
Also, that said, I could probably do that with a public domain song.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not actually catching a lot. I'm just beating the crap out of a lot of things. Which is generally how I roll anyway. Oh, there's something down here. What is down here? Bonk on the face. Let me get out of Alpha Driftwood.
Another Goldeen. Why do people carry the same Pokemon?
You know?
I don't actually know if Ancient Power is good against Goldeen.
Ancient Power is neutral against Goldeen. The only moves you don't want to use against a water type are Ice, Water, Fire, and Steel, I believe. Those are all
I'm going to use
resisted.
Recover. Also, there has been a couple of times you've had me use a not very effective move.
I have?
Yeah, you had me use Water Gun, I think it was, or something?
Okay, so it depends.
Against a water type?
Right? Sometimes the stab makes it worthwhile. Sometimes.
The problem with Ancient Power is that it doesn't have a lot of PP.
No. It's got, what, only 5?
Yeah, 5. Not a very good private investigator, are you, dude?
Who's not a... Oh. Oh, you're battling the private investigators. Man, those guys are, they can be rough. But if memory serves, you're asininely over-leveled, right?
All level 32s except for 2 of them.
Yeah, so you're asininely over-leveled, which means that I think their entire gimmick isn't going to affect you. The main gimmick of the PI trainer class is one-hit KO moves.
Which, yeah, doesn't work on if you're higher level.
Correct. It's the same thing
now,
with the... Go ahead.
Go on.
Oh, I was going to say, it's the same thing with the gamer class in Let's Go Eevee. Except those guys tend to be, like, ridiculously high level compared to, like, everyone else in the area. So, odds are they might actually be higher level than you.
Just updating the objectives. There we go. So where am I at the moment?
You would be on Route 214 if memory serves.
I need Route 213. which is the other side of Pastoria City, isn't it?
Which
No,
which are you
212.
looking for?
I'm looking for the Waterstone on 213. Oh, there it is. I see it. So it's the other side of the Valor Lakefront. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, Route 213 is on your way to Pastoria.
What? You
Oh,
do? You do have a Pokedex? Okay.
I saw that. Space-time Majigger is forming.
Space time Majigger.
Yeah, space-time distortion. I've decided, by the way, that I'm going to be avoiding those during these particular recordings because they're generally a colossal pain in the butt, and they sometimes involve exploring areas that I have not been to already. What's this music note? Oh, the Fieldlands balloon race.
So the Waterstone requires Surf to get to it.
That it would, yes. You're still a ways away from getting Surf, aren't you?
I have no idea. You tell me.
You are. I believe it would be after your 5th gym.
Which means the only other way to get it would be underground.
Well, that's not difficult.
I might actually do that once I get to Valor
What
Lakefront.
do you need the Waterstone for?
The Eevee, remember?
You haven't... How did you get an Eevee?
You don't remember last episode where I bred a Flareon and a Ditto?
How did you get a Flareon?
Pokemon Home?
Good God, man. And you accuse me of cheating when I use alphas in this game. Alright, what tasks do I still need to perform for Drifloon? Seen it use confusion enough. So catch 2
Yes,
more
if
at
it's
night.
Shining Pearl, not Let's Go. Which means the fifth badge will be Pastoria is the fourth, isn't it?
Pastoria is the 4th, and Hearthome is the 5th, yes.
That's a fence, Snowy.
I take offense to that.
Apparently so does Snowy.
Well, he should.
Wormadon.
Okay, Alpha Drifloon has been fun, but I don't need anything that it's got anymore. So, where are my Wurmples at?
Wormadon. Okay, that was a bad move to use.
Generally speaking, yes. I don't know what move you were talking about, but if you're using it, I would say it probably was a bad move.
Mudslap was a bad move to use.
Against what?
Wormadon.
Oh, good lord, man. Yes, of course.
Can you stop raising your special attack for a bit? Special
Who's
defense, sorry.
who's raising their special attack?
Wormadon using Quiver Dance, I think it was.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Look, you're about to be beaten by a quick attack.
Wurmple, Wurmple, Wurmple. Wow, I need to see this thing use Poison Sting a lot more. And evolve 2 more. Good news is, I think Bedoof's going to be useful target practice.
Poor Bedoof.
Well, no, it's not, because it's got rollout. I completely forgot that these things have rollout as their starting move. Good God.
Is there a reason why I'm using Sluggy up front?
Who? Oh, Sluggy?
Sluggy.
Waffles.
Waffles.
Yes.
Ooh, I confused Haunter.
Oh, hey, I poisoned Bedoof. Should have had some poison damage, but okay. Oh, why am I using these Wurmple? I forgot that I have Alpha Wurmple. I am a... God, just... Oof.
That's one way to put it.
I don't want to evolve Alpha Wurmple, though. Okay, so... that thing is what actually gained experience, so I want to put that one away. No, hang on. Let me actually find Alpha Wurmple first. It's this one, right? No.
Muddy water. 90 with 85 accuracy. No, I think I'll keep. No, because the accuracy is not worth it, I don't think.
So here's a fun fact for you. It's level 20, but Alpha Wurmple's only moves are still Tackle and Poison Sting.
Does Wurmple learn much other than that?
Apparently not. Because this thing could have easily been a Beautifly by now, or a Dustox. I am just... to this date... Okay, Alpha Wurmple is, like, roughly the size of a Bedoof. Oh, hey, look, a space-time distortion in the distance.
Again.
No, it's the same one.
Oh. Wait,
Well...
yes. Click the Douglas.
Yeah, Route 214... Uh-oh.
Grass type against the water ground.
Oh, yes, that's fun. Well, Alpha Wurmple can evolve, but I'm not gonna do that. There's no fun in having Alpha... or in not having Alpha Wurmple. Oh, no. Wait.
Why would you start with Toxic Spikes?
Oh, hello.
What?
Drifloon that spawned right on top of me. Luckily not Alpha Drifloon, but not great.
Oh, well then it has poison points.
I do need to defeat more of these. See, that's one nice thing about this game, by the way. I don't have to worry about abilities screwing things up.
Yeah, static, poison point, curse body.
Aftermath comes to mind specifically right now.
Which one's Aftermath?
It's one of Drifloon's possible abilities. After you KO it, it deals damage to your Pokemon.
Ooh, ow.
Yep. Alright. Gotta catch some more of these, but also gotta beat the hell out of a few more of these. Oh, look. I see that in the distance. I still have...
Okay, yeah.
They look great. I just have no compulsion to go to them.
Oops, that's not what I want to do. Oh, that's what I want to do. Antidote.
Yes, antidotes are helpful. But only if you're poisoned.
Well, I was poisoned.
Oh.
I am not interested, Graveler, thank you.
You're not interested in Graveler?
No, the egg's not Togepi.
Okay, gotta see this use Ember 3 more times.
Oh. Apparently you can't go that way, there's a fence there.
Oh, I take offense to that.
As always.
Well, what
Why
else?
is there rock types on just a random route?
You mean Route 214?
Yeah,
Because it's relatively close to a cave?
I suppose.
I mean,
That's a fence.
it isn't that
That
far
would make
from Mount Coronet.
Ooh, Hutton Ball.
Alright, that should be all of the ones that I need to catch at night. Oh,
Now, I don't need to do anything here yet, do I? So I
Where's-
just head west to Pastoria,
where is here?
the Valor Lakefront.
Oh yeah, there's nothing that you have to do there.
This guy is more confident in my abilities than you. He told me come back after I beat the champion.
Who said... Oh, yeah, Morimoto. Well, to be fair, Morimoto just means beating her the first time, which, you know, again, it is very much a feat to do that. So I will say, I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. Like, I don't doubt your abilities that much.
Did not want to go back in there.
Oh, Vivichoke. Vivichokes are good. So, that space-time distortion majig last time ate up a ton of my resources. So, one of the things that I'm taking advantage of this to do is I'm taking advantage of this and collecting resources because it's a very, very stress-free scenario.
KR Black wants a car for beating the Elite Four.
Wants a what for defeating the Elite Four?
A car.
Well, that's a shame. I can't give you one of those. Alright,
Did you
Wurmple
use 10
versus...
revives on the Flareon?
Wurmple versus Wurmple. Who's gonna win?
Wurmple, probably.
Yes, but I would wager on the... or I would bet on the Alpha. Although both are poisoned right now.
Stop. Yes, you. Sunny Shore City's done. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
So apparently I can't walk down the road because of a blackout.
that is correct. You can't get to Sunny Shore City yet.
I'm confused. Where am I supposed to be going?
You're supposed to be going to the west, to Pastoria. Excellent. Tiny Wurmple can evolve. Tiny Wurmple I will allow to evolve. I wonder if I'll get a Silcoon or a Cascoon.
I've got to be honest, KR Black, I don't exactly remember Gen 5.
Ah, that's a Cascoon.
So long ago.
Or, sorry, yeah, Cascoon. And that's a new species for me, too.
Oh, there we go.
So now I can talk to Beauregard whenever the hell I see him next. Alright, more Poison Sting.
So KR Black says we've got a house in Pokemon White.
We've got a what? A what in Pokemon White?
Apparently for beating the Elite Four, we've got a house.
No, in Platinum version. And that's sort of true.
How many items am I looking for again?
Four more times using Poison Sting. Actually, if I'm lucky, I can get that from this one. So you use Poison Sting? Nope, you're just keeping your guard up and running away. Fine, be a chicken. There's more Drifloon for me to defeat.
Are you able to watch chat?
I could, but I'm not putting that up right now. Because it would be confusing.
How do you do that thing where you can see where the things are on the walls?
You mean
I found it.
Well, first of all, you can't get those right now.
Get what right now?
You can't climb walls.
Well, I just did.
You have
I
rock
pinged
climb?
the wall. What?
You have rock climb.
No.
Then how did you climb walls?
I didn't climb any walls.
What? That space-time distortion's been going on for a while. I hope everything is okay. Oh, I think it's starting to fade now.
I'm not having a lot of luck here.
Neither am I.
Maybe it's down here.
Oh, hi.
That wall's gonna collapse, isn't it?
I see a Weasel. Oh, the distortion faded.
Oops, I did not want to do that. I give up.
I don't understand. I still don't understand what you are looking to do.
What?
What did you just give up on? I don't understand what you were trying to do in the first place.
I couldn't find any of the things in the wall.
Which things in the wall?
Oh. Yeah, I'm mining the walls.
Oh, you're underground, aren't you?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't realize that.
What is that? I'm going the wrong way for it. Red shard. Oh, okay.
Last time I need to see Wurmple use Poison Sting. but it looks like I'm going to get it to use... Well, okay, I could have had it use Strong Style Poison Sting, but whatever. I'm always an overachiever.
The last one. Everything was dug up.
Good job.
You got red shard, red spear S, and a box.
It's raining today. You know what that means, Snowy?
I don't know, what does that mean?
Means Alpha Rapidash is not out today.
Do I need to look for this water stone in any specific spot, or is it just anywhere?
No, it's anywhere.
Okay.
Oh, hey, I finally caught a large specimen of Weasel.
Nice.
And it wasn't an alpha.
And walking around down here, I should still be getting steps for the egg, shouldn't I?
You should. Not in the original Diamond and Pearl, but yeah, or Platinum for that matter. But yes.
Oh, there it is. Four items confirmed. Okay. Are they in the wall like shards, or are they in boxes?
They're in the wall.
Okay, cool.
You know, the only thing that you'll find in boxes are statues.
Which I don't particularly have a use for.
Sure you do. You get a trainer star out of them. Or a trainer card
Oh, do
star.
I?
Well, eventually, yes.
Ooh, what's this?
Well, that's a medicinal leak. By the way, I caught another demon in this series.
Another demon.
Yeah. I happen to find an Eevee.
Spears and orbs and stuff used for?
For underground stuff, yes. Aside from underground stuff, not particularly. Well, I was trying to collect that thing on the fly, but oh well.
Underground money. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, they're the currency for the underground. And normally I would be very afraid to go after this particular Vivichoke, because there would be a giant fire horse. Well...
Actually, no, I'm gonna call this one.
It suddenly stopped raining.
There we go. And let's check out his stats. Check summary. Evi to you too. This Pokemon is pretty quiet by nature.
Which Pokemon?
Eevee.
Oh.
Is what legal? If you mean Eevee's type, I'm allowed to use anything that evolves into a water type. Yeah, exactly, Vaporeon.
Man, so that's...
Just don't tell me about it.
Oh, I'm here, I'm listening. I'm just a little bit shell-shocked because it literally stopped raining right when I was in Alpha Rapidash's territory. Which, to be fair, shame on me for going there in the first place and expecting the game not to try to clobber me.
He's listening, but he's not watching, so he doesn't know KR Black.
No, you think I've got... You think I don't have better things to do than watch Snowy's stream?
So that's mean.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
It's probably true. Oh, there it is. But one more hit's going to take out the wall, isn't it? Yep, there we go.
You were looking for the Waterstone, you finally found it, and you couldn't get it.
No, it was just a blue just a blue spear, I think it was.
Oh. Well, that's... Ooh! Well... Alpha Shinx again is in the house. And I do not have... Well, I do not have Walda with me. On the other hand...
I did not mean to do that. Oops.
Hi. Hello, you adorable little Shinx. How about a giant Snorlax?
Is this what I sound like when I'm playing Final Fantasy or something?
Is what would you sound like when you're playing Final Fantasy?
Just randomly talking and neither the streamer nor the viewers have any idea what's going on.
Nobody is supposed to know what's going on. Well, Snorlax just sat on that Alpha Shinx. Oops.
I don't think you're supposed to do that.
No, because I KO'd it instead of capturing it. Which is a shame, but whatever.
Oops, not meant to do that. What's this?
That is a medicinal leak. Oh no, wait, that's
No,
what I've
not.
got.
That's a revive, I think.
Revives can be helpful.
Yeah, but why one in the wall?
The better question, sir, is why not one in the wall? And I see you don't have an answer for that.
Revive.
What?
It's an ancient revive, KR Black says.
Yes. I mean, they've had revives since the olden days.
It's probably put in there by some weird trainer called Angie.
You
A couple
know,
of 100 years ago.
to be fair... Alright, so let's ditch this Cascoon. And I think I can actually also ditch the Eevee, not the Eevee, the other Wurmple. Well, first of all, let's actually...
No ditching demons.
I'm not ditching Demon. I'm just trying to find a Pokemon that I want to bring along. Oh, I need to evolve another Wurmple. That's not the Alpha Wurmple, because I don't want to evolve Alpha Wurmple. That's just a waste of Alpha Wurmple. And then we'll bring
I
back...
evolved my Alpha Shinx.
Why? You can get Alpha Luxio, like, on its own.
Because I needed to evolve something for the Pokedex, so I evolved it. Is that all? No, there's one more. I don't think I have enough wall power for that. I'm not exactly sure what it would be anyway. Yeah, there we go.
Alright, what tasks do I still need to perform for Wurmple?
I think I could probably be down here forever and never find this thing, couldn't I?
Theoretically, yes.
I'm
But
gonna give it one more try, and if I don't find it,
But also, theoretically, you may find it almost instantly. I have plenty of water stones, though. Like, I've found a lot of evolutionary stones in the underground. It's kind of hilarious.
what's that? I know what that's oh, I can't think of it. That's a power boosting stone, isn't it?
Which?
What I just found in the underground.
What did you find? What's it called?
I don't know. KR Black says hard rock.
Oh, the hard stone. That boosts the power of rock-type moves.
I found two of them.
This happens. This actually happens quite a bit.
I have a Pokemon with rock type moves, don't I?
Oh, Nature's Pantry. Yes, Ancient Power.
Where was it? I got a rare candy. Cool. Who had the ancient power? Sluggy, wasn't it?
That sounds about right.
Oval Stone. What's this used for? Oh, evolving Pokemon. Okay, cool.
Oval Stone is what you use for evolving Happiny into Chansey.
That sounds totally useful.
For you? Yes.
Dr. Footsteps house.
Oh, go talk to Dr. Footstep. He wants to smell your feet. I mean, look at your footprints. What, you wouldn't trust someone who's named Dr. Footstep?
No.
You wouldn't trust me? Would I deliberately steer you... Well, there's an Alpha Wurmple.
Yeah, okay, Black, but apparently it requires surf, according to the Bulbapedia.
And I'm pretty sure Alpha Wurmple is actually not all that far from Alpha Luxio. No, in point of fact, it is not. So I will deal with this.
Now?
I am dealing with a pair of alphas. Not at the same time, mind you. But I have Alpha Wurmple, and which is a spawn encounter, right next to Alpha Luxio.
Ow!
Now, don't get me wrong, Alpha Luxio doesn't particularly concern me.
Well, this is interesting.
What?
Gastrodon vs. Shellos.
Oh. I assume you've got the Shellos? No, you don't.
No.
You evolved yours, didn't you?
Yes. And if I remember correctly, I cannot use water-type moves. Not that I want to anyway.
Storm Drain. Yes.
Yeah. Not that I want to use them anyway, but yeah.
Well, to be fair, it would do neutral damage.
True. But I'm well over leveled for this kid, so I don't think I'd be both of a problem to me. Uh, Hang on.
There we go. I caught a second Alpha Wurmple. And Alpha Luxio is none the wiser about my presence. I could beat the hell out of that just for the sake of beating the hell out of that.
Let's try. There we go. Okay, we're back.
Are you? I wasn't aware that you
Yes.
went anywhere.
Yes, the capture device played up.
Oh dear. That is
Don't mudslap Dr. Doof. How rude can you get mudslapping a Dr. Doof?
This Wurmple can evolve.
Well, then evolve Wurmple.
I am doing so. That's a Silcoon.
This kid's gonna be more of a pain than I thought he would be. His Shellos is using Recover,
Never underestimate kids.
obviously.
Okay, so I just have to defeat a bunch more of these things.
I mean, the evil teams has spent the last 25 years underestimating kids.
Yes, exactly.
And the police officers of every region have spent the last 25 years
Recruiting
getting
kids.
to the heroics.
Yes. Is that? Okay, that's a Dustox, but I don't think that's Alpha Dustox. Snowy? Alpha Dustox?
What about it?
Is it a static spawn?
Don't know, don't think so.
Okay, I'm not hearing the alpha music when this thing is plainly in sight, and I'm pretty sure that there's multiple of them that I see, so I'm guessing that's just a static, not a static encounter. I'm guessing that's just a regular wild encounter.
Sand attack, replace growl, please. Thank you. You have a second Shallows?
Well, what do you think? Everyone in these games has the same Pokemon like 50 times, you know.
I wish I could carry 50 Pokemon.
Would be nice, wouldn't it?
I don't think I have enough water types for that, though.
Well, there certainly are 50 water Pokemon out there at least.
Imagine 50 Magikarp.
Oh yes. Fun. Okay, defeated 33 out of 40. Oh god, there's a violent cocoon over there.
That sounds fun.
It probably would be. And there's Alpha Luxio. Oh hey, I see Sky Tumblestone from here. I've never noticed that before.
I couldn't move very well because my inner tube got in the way. And then why not just get rid of it so you can move very well?
Well, then the kid would drown. What, you want the kid to drown?
He's on the beach!
Yes, close to water. It's very easy to drown on the beach. I hear you, you goofball. I
I
don't...
would... This kid has an evolved Pokemon.
Which kid?
The other, what do they call them? The tuber people.
Oddly enough, Cascoon does not seem to be as violent as Silcoon is.
Which Pokemon had... There it is.
I do see a space-time distortion up there. There we go. And that Shinx just kind of wandered off into oblivion. Let's start with trying to catch this one.
Let's replace Tackle with Quick Attack, please. Thank you.
Yes, that sounds like a reasonable idea.
Tuber Chelsea. Okay.
I need to catch 2 more, defeat 3 more. Sorry, defeat...
I'm not going to fight that fisherman.
Catch 2 more, defeat 7 more, and evolve 1.
That sounds like a you problem.
Oh, yeah. It's very much a me problem, but that's just because it's what I'm doing in this game. With
What was Pastoral Gym?
Pastoria Gym is your buddy Crash or Wake. Which means you're fighting against yourself.
Yeah. Which makes me wonder why I've got a water ground type out front.
Because you're setting trends.
I have a Pokemon that can use Rock Smash, but apparently I had to get an Wild Bedoof to help.
Yeah.
Oh, anyways.
Oh man, it literally disappeared.
I think Lantern is in the game. Where is it?
Lantern is in the game, yes. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
That's not what I wanted. Lantern is on Route 220, so I don't think I've been there
Oh,
yet.
that's like post-game. I thought it was also in the underground.
It is, but...
That might be post-National Dex. Well...
It doesn't say. But I'm assuming it's post-game.
It might be.
I just got Aerial Ace, though.
Aerial Ace is nice. Right,
The question is, do I have a Pokemon that can use it? Can Gyarados use it?
If not, you will get one eventually.
No, but Tux can.
Okay, why did you get Aerial Ace? Where did you get Aerial Ace?
It's on Route 213.
Oh.
And it's better than Peck, isn't it?
Yes,
why
as far
don't
as
I?
power.
And the TM broke.
Yes, there's single-use TMs in this generation.
Ooh, Dr. Drifloon Shockwave.
Good for Dr. Doof.
Power
Oh,
60. Probably not worth it though, is it?
uh, not if that's your only Shockwave TM.
No, I'll save it then.
Because there's a better Pokemon that you can get to learn Shockwave.
Let me guess, Lantern?
No. Are you kidding? Lantern you want to teach Thunderbolt to.
Which Pokemon should I teach Shockwave to then?
Surzaki. Don't tell me you've forgotten Surzaki.
Do I have a Sazaki?
You could.
Okay, where would I get Wingull from then?
Underground for sure, but I believe there may actually be a route that you can get it on as well.
No, the only water type I have is Donald, which is my Psyduck.
The only
That's in the
which...
box. And for some reason I have a couple of mythical Pokemon.
Well, everyone has a couple of mythical Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll have to go catch Wingull. And it's probably a bit late to worry about that now, because I've just got to the gym.
Yes. Also, you're gonna find some difficulty against at least one of his Pokemon, even with Shockwave.
Let me guess, he has a Lantern.
No. Well, he doesn't have one in his initial gym battle. I believe he has one. No, Volkner has one in the rematch. I hate the fog.
What level is Tax Evolve? 36, isn't it?
I believe so, yes. Alright, 19 out of 35 Wurmple defeated. Or, sorry, 19 out of 25, not 19 out of 35.
Okay. Pastoria City Pokemon Gym. Gym leader Crusher White. Certified trainer NG.
Oh, hey, wouldn't you know it, I beat you again.
Yes, I know a few things about water type Pokemon.
How do you know anything about water-type Pokemon? Have you been cheating?
What? Might have something to do with battling using water type Pokemon for the past. What episode are we on?
2?
No.
Well... I hope that's a light specimen, otherwise it wasn't worthwhile. That was not a light specimen. I can't... I need to catch 2 more light specimens, but I could not tell you what a light specimen looks like.
I think they're generally smaller than the other ones.
Well, but I can't see that, unless they're side by side. I seem to be all out of Wurmple to KO from this area.
Dr. Doof wants to learn Takedown. Nah.
What are you not teaching Dr.
That,
Doof?
that, that kid was just stomping his feet at me.
Which kid?
The one I just defeated.
They do that. It's why you should never battle little kids.
Whoops. Was I supposed to do that?
Little kids are always very immature. Hello, Starley. I mean, the one thing that I can tell you is I know that Alphys Wurmple is not a light specimen, but I wasn't going to just beat it if I could help it.
He's got a wingo.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty sure there's a route or two that you can catch it on in this game.
I just punched my microphone again.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
It probably is. Just the ground underground according to this, according to Bulbapedia.
Hmm. That one looks kind of small. Maybe that's a light specimen.
I don't know.
Nope. I am very bad at judging these things. I was just about to ask if Alpha Luxio didn't show up every day.
Scuba Caitlin. Azurill. Isn't the Azurill normal type?
Azurill? Yes, but it evolves into Meryl. It's also part fairy type, so don't forget that.
Oh, fairy type.
I just told you that.
Yeah, I just remembered, but I accidentally used Pound instead of Metal Claw.
Ah, that's fine. You'll live, and more importantly, it will live. Which...
It didn't live actually, it faded.
Oh, I thought you were aiming to have it live.
Hux is awaiting your orders.
Walda, help me get up this wall! That's not helpful.
No. Rock type Pokemon are generally not helpful.
On the contrary, Walda has actually been very, very helpful. And I have Walda up at the front because I'm still relatively close to this Alpha Luxio, which I made it... Actually, how far away am I from completing things for Luxio? Need to catch more, though I don't need to catch alpha specimens, which is interesting. Need to defeat more with ground-type moves.
Oh, okay. What's the point of that button then?
Where did it go? Oh, there it went. I'm tempted to battle
Okay, down
this.
here. And then take on this sailor.
I'm tempted to take on Alpha Luxio, because if I beat it, I'll beat it with a ground type move. If I don't beat it, I'll catch it.
Well, that sounds problematic.
Are you kidding? That sounds like the perfect solution to my problem. Are you freaking kidding me? You literally waltzed right through my golem. Like, literally right through my golem.
Well, Tux is confused. That's not good.
Alright. No. We are... Agile style iron defense? No. We are iron defensing.
Oh, come on, Tux.
Does Crunch always lower defenses? Or is that just a chance to do that?
I didn't know Crunch lowered defense at all.
Apparently it does. There you go. Defeated that alpha. I forgot strong style bulldoze is too much for it. I thought I heard Wurmple, which is...
You're imagining it.
You may be right.
I'm always right.
I would definitely not say that.
Save that as a PNG.
And once again, a Pokemon walks straight through my golem.
No, Demon, we don't want you to learn Baby Doll Eyes.
You actually named it Demon?
Yes.
That's my shtick, you know.
I don't care.
Okay. I can't say that I'm particularly a fan of you copying my shtick, but at the same time I understand why you would do it.
PP for Aerial Eyes.
Back to the Fieldlands camp. Man, these space-time distortion things happen pretty often. Let's see.
Every time you travel between the village and the zone, you have a 20% chance of spawning a mass outbreak, by the way.
Well, I'm not traveling to or from the village, because that would involve, What's it called? That would involve needing to report my findings to Laventon.
I'm just saying, mass outbreaks are great for research.
Can I get away with going back to the village without reporting to Laventon, or no? I don't think I can.
Unfortunately, not. Okay, this is not going to be fun.
The gym?
Yep.
I'm almost sad that I'm not watching.
Welcome. I don't get challenged very often. Yeah. Okay. This guy is Crash Awake. Didn't he used to sing in the
Uh,
Gen 4 games?
he. I think he sang in this game too. You just missed it because you. Wait, no, I'm sorry. He sang in Platinum version.
Ah, okay.
Because you bumped into him outside of Maylene's gym for the very first time, and he starts singing at you, and you're like, "Who is this potato?"
Potato.
And as it turns out, he's a gym leader.
The potato type gym leader.
Evidently so.
Apparently Crunch does lower defense.
I mean, it can. My question was, does it do that every time in this game specifically? Because I know it doesn't in that game.
No idea.
Well, I blame Snowy.
Why do you blame Snowy?
Because it's easier than admitting if I'm right or wrong.
Come on, Tarks.
Alright.
Why are you continuously using Crunch anyway, Crash Awake?
Because it's the best move he's got to use against your water types. That Gyarados' moves, if memory serves, that Gyarados has Waterfall, which is not great against you. Oh, Jesus, that space-time distortion is, like, right there.
Alright, well, I'm going to fight Crunch with Crunch. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. My Crunch is more powerful than your Crunch.
Well, it looks like it's still forming, right?
Quagsire. Quagsire's a ground type, isn't it? Waterfall won't work, will it?
Waterfall won't work with what?
Quagsire. Oh, it is working. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it can. Quagsire's not the one with, Storm Drain.
And then he goes and uses Rain Dance. Okay, cool. Pokemon did he have? Yeah, this is last Pokemon. Now, what is Lightfall's ability?
Swift Swim. So,
Swift Swim. So it moves fast in the rain, doesn't it?
yes.
And it knows Ice Fang.
Yep.
My Crunch still did half its health, though.
Well, it's not very defensive. Oh god, okay, that thing has become a full-fledged space-time distortion now. So I don't know what eldritch horrors I will encounter within. Neither of that seemed like particularly good news.
Come on, dude, don't use a potion.
I mean, gym leaders will use potions, you know this.
Yes, I know.
Well, okay, I just caught an Ursaring.
And I just got the Fen badge.
Congratulations.
And apparently I've got some stickers too.
Well, that's what they do in that game.
TM55 Brian. Okay, cool. Try exploring Pastoria City. Okay. Certified trainers, Engie, Snowy.
Well, these things happen.
So what's this place? Get out of the way. There we go. Pastoria Great Marsh.
Oh, you're going to the Great Marsh. That's fun.
No, apparently I'm chasing a guy in spandex.
That sounds about right.
And then this impatient guy shows up. Don't battle me, I'm just chasing a guy in spandex.
Must
Never got
battle.
my Pokemon healed after the battle either.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
It probably is, but Tails can handle it.
I don't like these space-time distortions, like, at all.
Why?
There are very scary Pokemon in them.
Yeah, the Pokemon do tend to be stronger than normal.
And they show up like 3 or 4 at a time. Or at least 2 at a time. I mean, I guess the good news for me is this is good level up stuff for Drifloon.
What's the... Oh, didn't ya?
What's the what?
What's the next gym? Hearthorn, isn't it?
Yes.
I need... Revive on top.
Hello, Haunter. You look delicious. Now, where did you go? Oh,
What?
you disappeared back into the time-space whatchamajigger, just as I was about to teach you a lesson.
Ow.
down to my last Fire Blast, but that's fine.
Ow. Alright, Dr. Doof.
What about Dr. Doof?
We'll use... Doesn't matter what we use, I suppose.
This one's got a ton of Ursaring in it.
Oh, ow, that's powerful. Okay, we'll go with Crunch then.
Oops.
Ow.
Look, I'm just glad I got the not the shiny Porygon. I'm just glad I got the Porygon like first thing the previous one, and I managed to catch it. Well, where am I? Right into a rock.
Weasel versus Floatzel.
Oh, the Distortion faded. I made it. Alpha Snorlax, anytime, buddy. Just squish this thing. Alright, need to defeat 3 more. Ah.
Ponyta. That's your strategy?
Yes.
I suppose that's all you've got left, isn't it? Aquatail. Aquajet, sorry.
What's wrong with Ponyta?
It fainted.
Oh. Why did you faint Ponyta? You mean.
Because fire betrayed you.
Fire didn't betray me. Although... Alpha Rapidash did sneak up quite suddenly upon me when it stopped raining today, but that was my fault. Oops. Go for the big Chungus. Alpha Snorlax, man. Alpha Snorlax. Alright, I believe that's all of the ones that I should need to catch. Yes, 25 out of 25. So, let me beat this snot out of you. I don't like that that one faded away, but...
Okay, where did the grunt go?
2 more. And here's another victim.
I'm assuming he went this way some... Is that him?
He's heading towards Lake Valor. Just in case you actually care. Uh-oh. Alpha what? Alpha what?
Don't actually care, but...
Oh god.
I'm gonna chase the Galactic Grunt anyway.
Another Alpha Wurmple. Well, let me check my Pokedex. Do I have to beat more Wurmple? In point of fact, I must defeat 2 more Wurmple.
I kind of feel sorry for our viewers. They can't see your game.
Don't feel sorry. This footage is being recorded.
Ow.
Alright, let's see if you can survive a high horsepower. As I
The guy in
expected.
spare deck wants to battle me with a glad meow.
Now, to be fair, I'm wearing a very similar outfit to that guy.
And they're both ridiculous.
My outfit is fine, thank you very much. Now, I know
Your
that's not a
outfit is
light specimen,
ridiculous.
but... Don't you be making fun of the Team Galactic uniform. Okay, Grit Gravel. What is the item description for Grit Gravel?
I don't think you battling hard would have made your glad meow any better. Don't just let him... Who's this weirdo?
You mean Cynthia?
Yeah, the weirdo in front of the, like...
You mean Cynthia?
Yes, a weirdo.
Yes. A nerd. Oh, I forgot I had a max revive.
Okay, so next I'm going to 210, I guess.
Was that my player character complaining? Am I dying?
I don't know, I can't tell what you're doing. So I've got to go all the way back through Southstone City back to Route 10, 210. Alright, I guess I could do that.
I guess I could do that, he says. Yes, you guess you can make some story progress.
In one episode, I've made more story progress than you have in 3 episodes of your Terrible Tuesdays.
That's not true. I made plenty of story progress in the last episode.
Mm-hmm. Do I have any repels?
That I could not tell you, sir.
What bag would repels be under?
Your general items bag.
No, I don't think I have any repels. Doesn't look like I do. That's a fence, Snowy.
Yes.
Ooh, item. Big root, okay. That doesn't sound very useful.
Weasel, I shall give you one chance to avoid death by oblivion. You better take it. It took it. Hey, another large specimen.
Come on, Geodude, get lost.
Why do you want the Geodude to get lost? That doesn't sound very neighborly of you.
Well, I'm just going to use Bubble Beam on it.
That also doesn't sound very neighborly of you.
And Demon wants to learn Swift.
That does sound like a very demon-like thing to want to learn.
And that's another fence.
I shall make you the same offer that I made the previous one. One chance to avoid oblivion.
I knew that was a decent game.
Which is a decent game?
Elder Scrolls Oblivion. You don't get Super Rod until post-game, do you?
No.
Route 215. Go away, Ponyta.
Don't you be mean to Ponyta. Ponyta are good.
It's raining and I'm about to use Bubble Beam.
Well, don't be mean to Ponyta. Ponyta can be your
Bubble Beam
friend.
has such a long animation. Ponyta can't be my friend because Ponyta's a fire type.
That sounds like a you problem.
Well, I'm only allowed to use water types, so... Or Pokemon that evolve into water types. You can't trade between, the Gen 8 games, can you?
Sure you can.
You can trade between
Oh,
Sword and Silver.
I was gonna say you meant Sword and Shield. No.
Sword and Silver, Sword and Shield.
What did...
I think the definition of generation is getting a little loose too.
Okay, I need to stop catching Wurmple and start beating the crap out of them. Because I'm not going to be able to just randomly find the light ones. I literally... Well, that one just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Okay, now where's the Psylocke there? Yes, use the secret medicine.
You have secret
They look
medicine?
even more confused than before. Yes.
You have secret medicine and you didn't share?
And now there's a goofball talking to me.
Yes, me.
Well, more meant Cynthia, but yeah.
Oh. Alright, just need to defeat one more of those.
Deliver the old charm to Celestic Town.
What level does... what level does Drifloon evolve at? Oh, I
Good
got...
question.
Oh. I
Didn't
thought
we
that
have
was...
to use Defog on this last time?
I thought... Yes. I thought that was Alpha Rapidash. On the contrary, that's Alpha Ponyta.
Drifloon evolved at level 28.
Oh, good. So I think I'm getting close.
I really need a repel. Go away, Ponyta.
Alright, so this thing much, 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 much less threatening than its older evolution counterpart. Okay. I am confused.
Well, as long as you don't hurt yourself in your confusion.
I generally don't do that.
This is my face when I believe you.
I can't see your face.
Probably a good thing. Yeah, I got a harvest potion.
Sounds
Just what I've
fun.
always wanted. Oh, now I can't see at all. What's going on?
Potatoes.
I don't
Just
think
don't
it's potatoes.
I told you not to crit. I wanted to catch that Alpha Ponyta.
So where do I get defog from?
The Great Marsh, I want to say.
Great Marsh. It's back down here, isn't it?
That's in Pastoria.
When do I get fly?
I want to say Veilstone?
So I should already have fly then?
Maybe? Yeah, from the Galactic Warehouse.
I'll have a look in a second. I just gotta beat this Geodude. And it didn't have sturdy.
No, that means
Only
that it
10
had...
minutes left in the stream. That means that I had what?
That means that it had Rockhead if it didn't have Sturdy. Alright, this should be the last Wurmple that I need to KO. Yes, 25 out of 25.
Dude, 3 Geodudes?
Incidentally, Menace Cindy can evolve. But I'm not going to evolve her.
So if I recall correctly, I used the Pokédex to... Well, it's not listed on the Pokédex.
This sounds like a you problem. Also, I wish that I'd caught that Alpha Ponyta, because that's definitely a heavy specimen. Yeah, I am
How do I set
I am one
these?
KOing one Drifloon away and evolving a Drifloon away from completing that, getting a perfect on that Dex entry.
No, I don't have the HM for fly.
Well, you needed to go to the Galactic Warehouse. Did you not go to the Galactic Warehouse?
I'm fairly certain I did.
And I'm fairly certain you did not.
Didn't I?
Do you have Fly?
What?
Do you have Fly?
No.
That tells me everything that I need to know, then.
I take 2 steps and I get another Ponyta.
Yes. They're trying to tell you something. What they're trying to tell you, I could not tell you. But they're trying to tell you something.
They're trying to tell me that maybe I should do a fire-type run of this region later.
Right. A fire-type only run of Sinnoh. That's something not even I'm crazy enough to try.
Yeah, because there's only, what, 4 fire-types or something?
So you're lucky that there's, what is it? You're lucky that there's Magmortar and Houndoom in that game. Because in the original, it would have just been Infernape and Rapidash.
Oh. Get out of the way, runner.
Oh, you know what I have? That'll make this whole evolution thing a little bit easier.
I don't know what you have.
Some experience candies that I got from kicking some Alphys butts.
I see.
Okay. I'm hoping that this medium one... No, it only got it up to level 26. Well, I can get it up 2 more levels, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Somehow I missed beating this trainer last time I came through here.
That definitively sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, probably.
It's raining again, but I'm not going back to Alpha Rapidash land. Because I just know that as soon as I get there, it's going to stop raining, and Alpha Rapidash is going to be very happy to see me. Oh, that's a Shinx, not a shiny Starlight. And that's more
That
Shinx.
sounds like a new problem.
Oh, everything. Everything, sir, is a me problem. Existence is a me problem.
Hmm.
What the... Okay, one of those
Somehow I
Starlight...
don't think I'm going to get far before the end of the episode.
Somehow you don't think you're going to get... Okay, I've defeated all of those that I need to defeat.
Welcome back, KL Black.
Tell me you're a light specimen, please. You're not a light
I'm
specimen.
not a light specimen, sorry. Another Ponyta.
What route are you on?
Hang on, I'll check in a second. Uh, 215.
Oh. Which one is 215?
The one just west of,
Pastoria? No, that's the wrong way. Just west of Veilstone?
Wellstone.
I forgot that Ponyta was on that route.
Well, there's a lot of them. Is this where the Galactic Warehouse is?
It's in Veilstone City proper.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Alright, number defeated is 40 out of 40, so I just am like less than 2 levels away from completing the perfect dex for Drifloon.
So where do I get the key to get into the warehouse?
That is a good question. Looker might give it to you.
And where do I find Looker?
In Platinum version.
That's not very helpful.
I'm sorry. I honestly don't remember this game quite as well. Will you? Well, of course.
Where do you get the galactic warehouse?
Oh, it might actually be a guy in Veilstone that gives you that. TM, like the guy... I almost want to say it's the guy by the, the guy by the, craters, like the meteorite craters.
Meteorite craters.
God, space-time distortion. Oh good, it's far, far away from here. I did not catch a single... No, none of those that I just caught were light specimens. They looked small. Hello, Bedoof. Yeah, because of how low-leveled everything around here is, I'm getting more level, like, getting Tumblestone and things like that than I am beating stuff up. But oh well.
I am so confused.
You should be.
Between two blue storage containers. What do you mean two blue storage containers?
That's exactly what they mean, between 2 blue storage containers. Are the instructions...
Where are the two blue storage containers?
Where does it say they are?
In the galactic warehouse.
Yes. And have you not found the galactic warehouse yet?
I'm in the galactic warehouse.
Then you should be able to see those 2 storage containers. I'm not understanding your problem.
No storage containers here.
Guys, is Snowy lying?
Nothing like the screenshot.
I wouldn't believe the screenshot anyway.
Well, then where's Sly?
I feel like Snowy is frustrated, but I don't know why.
Because the Sinnoh guy isn't helping me find Sly.
It should be in Veilstone City.
I'm in Veilstone City. I'm at the Galactic Warehouse.
Yes.
Wait. No, I'm not, am I?
Where are you?
Oh, at the headquarters. There's another
Oh, for
warehouse,
the
isn't
love
there?
of God. Yeah, the
Don't talk
warehouse is
about
like at the
apples like
far...
that.
The warehouse is the far west part of the city.
That's a gym.
And north.
This is why I have a Sinnoh guy to help me.
Who needs a Sinnoh guy?
I do. That's not it, is it?
No.
That is it. Found it.
I told you it was in the warehouse, didn't I?
Yeah, but I thought the other building was the warehouse.
That sounds like a you problem.
Okay, anyway, I think I'll wrap up here. Save. Thank you all for bearing with me as I got confused. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. We're on Twitch.
Well, don't forget to
YouTube.
check out this channel again, because there's more stuff that goes on here than just Snowy.
YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps us out. The Cat Fan will be on tomorrow for Time Gear Thursday. He's playing through Explorers of Sky, isn't it?
One of the mystery dungeon games. You're asking the wrong guy. Like you said,
So,
I'm
yeah.
the Sinnoh guy.
So yeah, catch Cat Fan here tomorrow. Thank you all for watching. I have been Snowy. That has been Maniacal Engineer, who has been too busy playing another game to help me.
Well, this is how you are just about every single time I stream.
That was quite useful yesterday.
You were?
Yes, I told you how to get to that time-space distortion.
I suppose that's one useful thing you've done for me, yes.
Gee, thanks. Thank you all for watching.
Although, to be
I have
fair,
been Snowy. That
was that time-space distortion a good thing or a bad thing?
I'll let the viewers decide on that. That has been Maniacal Engineer. I have been Snowy. This is Bulba Garden, and we'll catch you next time.
Hasta la
Remember,
pasta.
gotta catch them all.
I'm sorry, is
Bye.
that really your catchphrase?
Yes, it is. And we're off.
Okay. Well, I'm probably going to stick around and continue beating the crap out of stuff for a little while longer. I want to get my Drifloon to evolve. Then I will have completed at least one perfect in this, in this debacle.
That was episode 5, by the way.
Okay. I'm pretty sure... Oh, well, there's another one. And it's happening in Nature's Pantry again, so I do not want to go there. Hello, Bedoof.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go have lunch.
Go have lunch. I have a little over one level left that I need to raise this.
Alright, we'll have fun.
I sort of have been.
Bye.
Hasta la vista. Alright, well, that was a way to spend some time. I'm trying to figure out where I can find more Wurmple in the hopes of just finally catching some light ones. Oh, there's a Wurmple. I want to bet that, like, all of the ones that are escaping or that are having these stupid shenanigans happening, all of those are the light ones. I would not doubt it given my luck. Alright. How much more experience do you... No. How much more experience do you need until you level up? 161. Looks like. That looks like a sleeping Wurmple, so we wouldn't want to wake it up. That does look too big to be light, though, but we'll see. Maybe I'll get lucky. No. Why would I ever get lucky about that? Too many shinks, man. Too many shinks, too little Wurmple. Where am I, anyway? Hello, Tiny. You're level 5, but I still don't think you're going to be enough experience or even close. Yeah, no, 9. Like I said, I get more experience just by throwing Drifloon at a tree. Aspiration Hill, yes. There should be Wurmple somewhere around. Oh no, the distortion faded. How will I ever survive? Oh, I'm here again. To be fair, Alpha Luxia would probably give a decent amount of experience. And I would get another chance to beat it up or catch it. I do have... Yes, I do have Walda. attacked? No, apparently not. Oh well. Well, plus 13 experience. I'm sorry, what do you mean I can't get up here? There's another Shanks. So now where am I? Yes, that would explain where I am. There are Wurmple over here, though. I am going to want to put Walda in the front of my arsenal, though, just on the offhand chance that Alpha gets any more ideas. Well, damn. And none of these are light specimens. None of them. It's like, I don't understand it. I mean, I don't technically know what the odds are of things being light specimens or heavy specimens other than, like, alphas or whatnot, but... Alright, should I leave Alpha Luxio alone this time? Let me grab this here leak. Yeah. Any more Wurmple hanging around? Doesn't seem like it, but there's a Vivid Choke. I am 2 light Wurmple away from... 2 light Wurmple away from completing the perfect on that page, and I am a little over 1 level away. From completing the decks for Drifloon. I do kind of almost wish for a random spawn alpha, because those things would give higher experience levels, or higher experience values. I'm sorry, not levels. Hello, Weasel. Alright. And that is the total number that I needed to defeat with electric-type moves, though I do still need to defeat 12 more. And catch 12 more, including, what, 5 large specimens. Chase out the wild starlight. Ah! A Wurmple. Hello, little friend. And that is a Bedoof, I think. Oh, for God's sakes! About time. Is that a light specimen? No, why would it be? Why would I ever find light specimens? All the Wurmple around here are too well fed. Alright, sweet. I see some Wurmple hanging out over here. At least I thought I saw some Wurmple hanging out over here. Oh, hey, Drifloon is level 27 now. Well, make up your damn mind. Okay. Ooh, there's a wisp over here. Ah, that is on the other side of a river. And I can't swim. Oh yeah, I was here earlier today at the Warren Bridge. Please catch. And please be light specimens. No? Neither of you. Are you a light specimen? No. None of these things are light specimens. Well, okay. That's fine. You want to battle me? I've got my own one of you. Regular old confusion would be fine. Or maybe not. Now confusion will just KO for sure, but... Oh goody, plus 11 experience. $2,112. Or, sorry, 2,212. That's gonna take a while if I just keep leveling up like this. That's a Wurmple. A non-alpha Wurmple. Please be a light specimen. For the love of Arceus. Nope. I do actually have a rare candy somewhere, but I feel like I'm not going to want to waste that for research. I don't even know where or why I am running. berry tree, you. Hooray, Wurmple. Hello, little guys. Do I look like a threat? Go for the love of... And were either of you actually light specimens? No. Of course not. That would be far too easy. I have wasted far too many Pokeballs on these things. Oh! Okay, I have caught one more light specimen. So I just need just one more light specimen. Can you be my light specimen? Okay. Now, how about you? I have caught far too many of these things. But I am one light specimen away, and a few thousand experience away. So one light specimen for... one light specimen for, Wurmple, and then just a couple thousand experience or so away from completing Drifloon. Look at how many Pokeballs I have had to waste on these things. Thank you, Drifloon. Okay, that's just a Bedoof. Bedoof are very friendly. Okay, yeah. Oh, I was gonna say there's something lurking around that tree. It's this starlay. Not what I am looking for today. I'm sorry. Oh, I don't want to be going this way. I want to be going the other way. I think. Well, now I'm going the completely wrong way. Here's the good news. I have collected quite a few resources from this endeavor. Quite a few resources indeed. I hear you, Shinx. I just really don't care. What I care about is that this is an area that Wurmple sometimes... I hear them. I heard a Wurmple. Where are my teeny tiny Wurmple? Oh, I did not actually mean to do that. I'm sorry. I meant to do this. My apologies, little friend. And I hope you are a little friend. Alas, no. What? 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 Stop that. Frickin' Wurmple being a pain in my neck. Hey! Who gave you permission to break out? Hmm? That's what I thought. You don't have any permission to break out. Alright, please be small. Now, Why would any of these things ever actually be small? There is no escape. Come on, give me the ding. No. Like I said, I don't know what the odds are, but I feel like they should be better than what I have been experiencing. Here's one. Okay. Still no tiny. Oop. Lob that one right off a tree. Finally! And that... that should be it for Wurmple. Let me check. Well, okay, let me check you. Oh, Jesus, almost 2,000 experience still. That is it for Wurmple, so as soon as I report that... I will have all... another complete Dex entry. Okay, for a moment I wondered where I was. But yeah, no, I know where this is. This is Alpha Tubbo territory. I could try to catch that thing from the water. I seem to recall it wasn't inclined to chase after me from the water. Like, I could battle it from here. But I don't think it actually... And the Feather Ball actually can reach that far. I wonder if the Great Ball can reach that far. No. This does have a chance of catching. Not a very high one, but it does. I'm wasting my Pokeballs, aren't I? I mean, I've got plenty of money and resources and what have you. I mean, it's about time you say this thing could see me. I've only been throwing Pokeballs at it for how long? I know it's not a non-zero chance. Or, sorry, I know that it is a non-zero chance. Last one. Nope. And it's just kind of staring now. Hey, look, it's your cousin. Alright, nice. That was a decent chunk of experience. I could go after Tubbo with Tubbo and have a sumo match. I kind of want to go after Tubbo and have a sumo match. There we go. Ooh, Outrage. That's interesting. Strong style Ice Punch. See if we can't. Yeah! Frostbite it! Hyper Potion. It's not going to restore Big Chungus back to full health, but... Good job, Big Chungus. Smack it up with another Ice Punch. Alright, well that's fine. Oh, its Frostbite was healed. Well, that's fine. His improv weapon over here can attack us with a Thunder Wave. How did you... Oh, right, Alpha's, Alphys have higher evasion. Alright, what do we got? I got some great balls. That's fine. Now, I know Yandere-chan doesn't have the best of luck against these, but... I'm thinking the level difference is, like, negligible here, so... Yeah, there was a damn good chance that was going to happen. Fantastic. And... that gives me another thing on Snorlax's list. I am going to return to the Fieldlands camp. And lest I forget, of course, my little friend here can evolve. And that should mean that I have completed the Dex page for Wurmple and Drifloon. And I've made some pretty good progress with Weasel. Not so much progress with Ponyta, but... yeah. Nothing with Kricketot. We'll focus, I think, on Kricketot maybe next time. Kricketot, Geodude. But that's 2 more perfect Dex entries. I'm going to rest up just a little while. And we'll swap out my team so that I have my normal crew with me. Let's see. Because I've been working on, you know, the Pokedex and catching so many things and what have you, I think I mentioned this already, but I will be, you know, I definitively will be cleaning out these boxes every once in a while so I can, like, get rid of the Drifloon and the Wurmple and the Shinx and the all of that. I mean, obviously with the exception of the alphas, because I never want to get rid of the alphas. Like, I want to put all of my good stuff in pasture number 1. But that's another thing for me to do at another time. Let's see if I can do any crafting. No Sky Tumblestone, can make a few revives. But that's, that's gonna be okay. Let me shove stuff in storage. Don't think I need that at the moment. Put all my crafting stuff in there. And I think, oh, right, the iron. Iron is a crafting material. So, yep, not capture taken. Iron is a crafting material, so I do want to keep that in the item storage. With that, I've been going almost as long as one of my streams today, which is not good because I started late. But I'm gonna head out for this evening. Save my progress, and I will probably record again tomorrow night. Until then, I suppose I should say, as always, I am Maniacal Engineer, Bulba Garden Forum's head administrator. Thank you all for watching, Maniacal Engineer, Bulba Garden Forum's head administrator. I'm never going to give you up, never going to let you down. Thank you all for watching, and God bless this mess. I'd say it goes a lot smoother without Snowy here, but I stumbled over my own words. Oh well, see y'all next time.